You'll be alright.
Okay.
No, not that one. The other one. Another 3. That one right there.
Okay.
So I'm watching some Crazy Sock Lady podcast. I was outside. I came in here to get the tape measure. And I want to admit something that may be frowned upon. But I don't like to gauge swatch. I see all these people making these nice, pretty, square gauge swatches. Yeah, that's not for me. So here I've done just a little bit, a wee little bit. And I thought I might make a nice, pretty gauge swatch. Then I got this far, and I was like, yeah, I better check it. So I did do a border, because I thought I might do the whole thing. Yeah, it doesn't work. So I measured from this stitch to this stitch. That was 18, and it was right at 4 inches. So I'm gonna call that gauge, because it said 18 stitches per 4 inches, and I don't know about the rows. I'll just knit it longer if I need to. This is the yarn I'm gonna be using, and it is Knit Picks Swish worsted in the Twilight color. I'm going to admit something that, see, I got this yarn to make a Christmas cardigan for someone, and the more I thought about it, the more I thought, nah, not going to happen. So I'm going to do something very selfish and make the cardigan for myself. I don't know that it's going to be I don't think I'll even get finished with it by Christmas. So, you know, I mean, it'd be bad to make it for somebody else and not even get finished with it by Christmas. But I love wearing all my hand knit stuff. And I don't have that much hand knit stuff. So maybe, possibly by next Christmas, I'll have a bunch of hand knit stuff. And I can make Christmas presents for people finally. So for now, this is going to be a cardigan for me. The Harvest cardigan, like I talked about this morning. I printed this off, does it tell the website that I found it on? Oh, Knitting for Dummies. It was just, you know, it says double cable horseshoe, and I just did a search for horseshoe cable. It says cast on 18 stitches, so it's an 18 stitch thing. I need 20 for the collar on the Harvest cardigan, and I'm thinking cabling might make it a little bit smaller or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna do another bit of a gauge swatch. I'll provisionally cast on 20 or 24 stitches. I'll do this cable pattern in there, and maybe do a little, like a couple stitch garter edging or something, 3 or 4 stitches, maybe, like that's 4 stitches right there, so maybe something like that, and then do the 18 stitch cable pattern, and then maybe have some garter edging on this side or something, and then so I'll provisionally cast it on as if I was starting. If the border, collar, whatever, doesn't seem like it's going to be big enough, wide enough, after a couple of repeats, it's, you know, it looks like a 6 row repeat. So if it looks like it's not going to be wide enough after these 6 rows, then 6 or 12 rows, then I'll just rip it out and cast on more. If it looks like it's going to be too wide, I'll rip it out and cast on less. But I think I'm going to start with maybe 22 or 24 stitches. Yeah, probably 24. That would give me see, 18. I don't know. I think I did 26 right here, and that had, or was it 25? 26, I think. So I had 4 on each edge and then 18 in the middle. Yeah, 26. So I may do that. I may do 26. No, or 20. I'll either do 24 or 26, and that, because I think that would be a nice size for a cabled button band. Right? How many inches is that? It's about 5 inches, I guess. So I'll check the pattern. I did not print the Harvest cardigan pattern off. I was going to, and it has all these tons of pictures on it, and my printer is about out of ink. So what I did was put it here on my iPad, which you might not be able to see. Okay, so I just put on my iPad in the Adobe Reader thing, and I'll do it. I'll just for now do it this way. I could not figure out how to get my printer to print in black and white, which I'm guessing maybe if it's out of ink it'll just automatically print in black and white. I don't know. It's got, like I said, there's a picture, which that one picture would be okay, but then there's some more, and then there's like a whole bunch of pictures, and of course that last page you don't even need. But I really think patterns, I mean, the pictures are pretty. I think that they should just have, instead of the pictures sort of all spread throughout, they should have a picture on the front, the first page, and the rest of the pictures can be on the last page, and that way if you want to see them, you got them. If you want to print the pattern out, you don't have to waste all the ink printing pictures that you don't really need. So I'm going to do the medium large, and that's going to give me 3 inches of positive ease because I have a 36-inch bust. I wanted more than 1 inch. It says, well, it says -1 to 1 inch ease. And actually, you know what? This person wearing it has 2 inches of negative ease. Okay. You know, I may do the medium size. The 37-inch. So I like cardigans be a little loose, but I don't know if I want it that much loose. Oh goodness, this is a lot of deciding. And if I do, this is so boring to listen to me talk about this. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I do the medium, actually I need 16 stitches. Okay, so this, oh, this may not get cast on for a little bit. But I think what I'm going to do is try this provisional cast on. It's worsted weight yarn, so I'm thinking that might be less frustrating than trying to learn provisionally cast on with fingering weight yarn and teensy needles. So we've got size 8 needles, my fave Lika, whatever you say it. I don't know, everybody says it a different way. This is the Norwegian word for like. So since it's the Norwegian word for like, I just call them my like needles because I love them. So these are size 8s, which is what it's called for. And so I'm fixing to try to learn how to provisionally cast on something. Hopefully this. And I'll get back with you if it works. Okay, so today is Sunday, November 5th, I think, or 4th? 5th. I think it's November 5th. And I talked yesterday about starting the cardigan with the Knit Picks worsted, the Knit Picks swish. And, geez, I'm sorry about the phone, the shaking. And so, like, doing the Harvest cardigan with the cable, I tried it. I got started. Provisional cast on went well. I did a YouTube search for provisional cast on and found one that was a video titled The Easiest Provisional Cast On. So I used that, and I got that done. I did a part, like a little section of the horseshoe cable. Then I took it out and I tried doing the horseshoe cable in another pattern that I have. It's I think it's the My Everything. It's a cardigan. It's by Joji Locatelli, and it's in one of the interpretations thing, maybe the fourth one. And I thought about doing that cardigan, but the construction is so strange. With that one, it's like almost like putting a puzzle together or something. I don't know. It's, you start on the back at the top, then you do the cable down the middle, and then you pick up stitches for the right side and for the left side. Then at some point you do the front, and then it ends up being a circle shape. And then I don't know, there's a wide cable going all the way around the edge, and it's very pretty, but the way, and I looked at the projects, the way the cable on the front lays, I don't think I would wear it. It looks kind of like I don't know, like really a lot of stuff going on on the edge. So I'm not making that cardigan. The cable, I got started with the cable part of it, just trying it out, and it wasn't what I was wanting. Also, it was a reversible cable, so it was like essentially a twisted rib, a lot of twisted rib, and it wasn't, I just didn't have the patience for it. So I think now what I'm gonna do is I found this in my projects page, or my faves, the Bedford cardigan by Michelle Wong, I guess. And it's a nice little textured, I think it's twisted. I think it said it's twisted. Yeah, twisted stitch texture. So I don't know, maybe that's a twisted cable, or I'm not really sure. But it's a twisted stitch texture pattern and reverse stockinette stitch sleeves, which I understand reverse stockinette in the round is purl over row, but I'm thinking maybe I could turn it inside out and do the sleeves with the knit side facing out, which would be the wrong side, so the wrong side would be facing out, and I think that would work. But let's see, does this even show up? I'm trying to, yeah. So it's got this nice texture here, and I really like it. I'm hoping that a worsted weight pullover is not going to be too hot. Surely to goodness it wouldn't be any worse than a sweatshirt, especially since it's going to be wool, so it'd be natural fiber, so it's kind of breathable. And I don't think I think my favorite sweatshirt is cotton, so it's warm but not overly warm, and it doesn't like the polyester and stuff. The synthetic blends kind of stick to your skin whenever it gets kind of hot. I don't like it. So I try to always get cotton whenever I'm searching for clothes, so that way it's not quite as it's more breathable. It's not quite as uncomfortable if it gets hot. And I'm always hot, so I mean it has to be really cold for me to want to wear sweatshirts. Not super cold. I don't know what just meant. But anyways, I digress. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this one, although it's kind of expensive for just a single pattern. It's $9, which is more than what I usually pay for patterns on Ravelry. Oh, I'm sorry about the shakiness. I should have just filmed on my iPad and propped it up. But usually I don't pay $9 for a single pattern, but it's not that much more. I've paid $7 for a pattern before. So I think that's what I'm going to do is make that. For now, I'm going to get started on the Comfort Fade cardigan. I'll just cake up some yarn today and get started on that maybe. If I don't get started on that today, maybe I can cake the yarn up and get started on it one day this week. because at least I know what pattern I'm going to use for that yarn. And I just wanted something, I know I want to do the Earnest cardigan by Joji Locatelli, but it's a fingering weight cardigan, and I wanted something that might be a little bit more faster. So the Comfort Fade is just plain, it's reverse stockinette, so it's just knit, purl, knit, purl. So I think that'll go by pretty quickly. It's DK weight. The Earnest cardigan has cables and it's fingering weight, so that's going to take probably forever. And that's why I thought I might cast on a worsted weight sweater, because that should go by pretty quickly. But that horseshoe cable I was working on was not going by quickly at all. Twisted stitch thing here probably won't be that quick either, but I think it might be a little bit easier, because I think I've done a twisted stitch before way back whenever I was just learning. And I think all you do is like take 2 off, knit 2, and then put the other 2 back on, and knit that. Like literally it's just twisted. You don't have to knit. It's kind of a cable, but is that right? I don't know. Maybe I think I'm explaining a cable. Maybe what it was, whenever I did a twisted stitch, you just literally twisted them. You knit, it was like a faux cable. You like just 2 stitches got twisted. But I've not bought this pattern yet, so I have no idea. But I think, yeah, I think that's what a twisted stitch is. It's like a faux cable. You just twist the 2 stitches. But we'll see. I think that won't be too hard. So, anyways, that's that for this morning, I guess. I just wanted to pop on and tell you that I finally found the sweater that I want to make with my Knit Picks worsted weight yarn, Knit Picks Swish. And so it is called the Thermal Tunic. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I apologize. I'll try to pop in a picture, but I probably won't remember. Maybe I can remember too. But anyways, it was actually on the Knit Picks site, and so I found it on there, and it's by Hillary Smith Callis, so that it's on Ravelry as well, and it's only $5, so not like a huge price difference in the other one, but I really like the structure of it. It's, I think I read, yes, it's constructed from the bottom up, and I've never done a sweater starting at the bottom, so I think that'll be interesting. It's raglan yoke and boat neck shape for the neck line or whatever. And it's called the Thermal Tunic because it has this little waffle weave type pattern texture thing that, where does it say at? It's a long cozy pullover worked in a simple all over stitch pattern that resembles a waffle knit thermal fabric. And I've not had very many thermal type shirts or long sleeves or whatever, but I really like the texture, slight texture that they have, so I think that's going to be really neat. And it's quite long, which I don't know, I'll have to get the dimensions. I don't know if I'm going to make it quite as long, but I probably will, so I'll wear leggings with it. I'll probably make it just as long as it says it in the pattern. And it looks like I got the right amount of yarn for my size. And the only problem is I don't like whenever patterns skip such large, like it goes from a 32 then 35.75, and then all the way to 40.5. So I have a 36-inch bust, and I would really like a size in between the 35 and the 40. So I'm not really sure why. I've noticed a lot of patterns have a big 4-inch gap in between sizes, and I'm always in between that. But another thing, I'm not sure, I'm definitely going to swatch, like actually make a gauge swatch for this one. And I'm probably going to go ahead and, I don't know, I started my Comfort Fade Cardi last night, so that's going to be top of the list until I get bored with it for a few minutes. I have a tendency to get bored with projects and have to take time off and stuff. But anyways, it says it's 17 stitches, it's 4 inches in stockinette stitch after it's been blocked. Mine was 18 stitches for 4 inches for a size 8 needle. This is a size 7 needle. I don't know that I've not purchased this pattern yet. I don't know if I'm gonna like the fabric I get with a size 7. I feel like it's gonna be quite dense and not so drapey. I'm gonna do a gauge swatch with the size 8 and see what gauge I get. And what I might do is just make like the 35 inch. Would it make that big of a difference? Like if I used a size 8 needle and I made the 35 and 0.75 inch size, would it make it just a little bit bigger? Would it give me a couple inches of positive ease? Like if you go up a needle size, the resulting garment should be bigger, correct? So I was getting 18 stitches per inch per 4 inches, sorry, in stockinette stitch before blocking. So once you block it, it would probably be different. It would stretch out. And then it says 18 stitches equals 4 inches in 1x1 ribbing after blocked, and 17 stitches equals 4 inches in thermal stitch pattern. So I don't know exactly what the thermal stitch pattern is. I guess I could just Google a waffle knit or go ahead and buy the pattern and then make the gauge swatch. I'm going to start with the gauge swatch with the stockinette and see if I can make sure, I don't know. I'm going to have to buy some size 7 needles if I do it in size 7. But like I said, I was really liking the fabric whenever I started the gauge swatch on the size 8s. I really was liking the fabric that it was giving me. So I really would like to do a size 8 needle. And so I may just do I guess that would be a size medium, and use size 8 needles, and hopefully it would give me a size in between the medium and large. But I don't know, any thoughts? But anyways, it's a few more minutes of break, so I'm going to get off of here, and I'll be back soon. So I'm fixing to head home, and I was just going to show you real quick. It's fine. Oh, I've still got my badge on, my name tag or whatever. So it's actually been cool enough today to wear my So Faded sweater, the pattern by Andrew Mowry that I don't know if I've showed it on the blog before, on the regular podcast. And then I actually also am wearing boots and some socks I've made, but I don't think you're going to be able to see them since, you know, I'm in the truck. So I've failed to mention this on the blog, but I did get one mitten done. I finished this last week, I think. One day last week, I don't remember. So here's this is the left one. The pattern starts with the left. And here's the outside, or the back of the hand. And this would be the bottom of the hand. So it's got this neat little design on the thumb, and then on the inside of the thumb it matches up with this hand pattern here. Then the edge has a nice little, for the most part I got the edge right. There was a few like right in there. There's too many light purples, like 3 light purples in a row. These I need to soak these and block them. I don't really know how I'm going to block them yet. I'd probably just stretch them out. I may try to cut something out of foam board like it suggests in the pattern. I'm not really sure. But I at least need to soak it and kind of lay it flat and kind of stretch it out. They fit perfect. They fit my hands perfectly. And these are actually going to be for a Christmas present though. But, and I thought they might be a little bit too small for most people because I have pretty small hands and very short fingers. I don't know. But anyways, my sister tried them on and she could wear them, and her fingers are quite a lot longer than mine. Sorry about the movement here. I'm not too good at holding the camera. But anyway, so I used a size 4. So I think that's a 3.5 millimeter needle. And the pattern, this is the Selbu Mittens by, what's her name again? Skein Knits. And I think her name's Ellie. And her this is not, I didn't get the club, I just got the Selbu Mittens pattern. And this and the club all use DK weight yarn, so they knit up really quickly. I've got started on the other one, so I've still got quite a ways to go. This is as far as I've gotten on it, but I started at the end of last week, and it went it's gone pretty quickly. I actually I got 10 rows into the cuff here, and I had to restart because I had messed up the pattern, and so I ended up restarting the whole thing, and it's went pretty quickly. I've not worked on it a whole lot, so anyways, it's going to take a little bit longer. And I got some socks, but they're in my purse right at the moment. So I have about an hour and 15-minute commute, so I'm fixing to turn on my audiobook, Court of Thorns and Roses. Yeah, A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I'm on the first book. I'm fixing to start the second one. Okay, so I didn't want to look too crazy talking to myself, but I'm on the first book of A Court of Thorns and Roses series. And the first book, that's what the name of it is. It's by Sarah J. Maas. Last name M-A-A-S. And there's what the picture looks like. So to begin with, I wasn't too sure about it. It started out pretty slowly, and in the last little bit of it, it's gotten really interesting, really good. And I only have 3.5 hours left on this one, so I went ahead and purchased, when you do Audible, you get 1 credit a month, and my account renews on the 26th of each month, so I won't get another credit until the 26th. And so far I've done 3 months of I did 1 free month, and then I've paid 3 times. So I've gotten 1 Harry Potter book, 2 Outlander books, and this Court of Thorns and Roses. So I went ahead, and after you are a member for 3 months, I guess, I don't know exactly why. As soon as it went through for my 3rd month membership, it had on there that I could purchase 3 credits, and it was $30-something. It was 11 something a credit. So I'm on the $14 plan, the basic plan, and so I get 1 credit a month. And then this was $11 and something cents a credit. So I went ahead this morning and purchased that because I know I'm gonna get more Outlander books, and I don't know, there'll be others, but I drive for about an hour and 15 minutes one way. It's 50 miles, almost 50 miles one way. So that's a total of almost 100 miles a day and nearly 2.5 hours a day in the vehicle. So I've been listening to quite a bit of audiobooks. I also listen to it some at the house whenever I'm doing something like sewing or something like that. If I'm not listening to a podcast in the background, I'll put the audiobook on and listen to that. Also, this might be a little bit crazy, but I have this little tiny portable waterproof speaker. So a lot of nights whenever I go to take a shower, I turn the audiobook on with the speaker, and I'll listen to the audiobook while I shower. So anyway, I'm going to head home. I've got to stop for gas, and there's a gas station on the way home that sells gas cheapest of any place I've saw, so I always try to stop there. And then I'm gonna have to go get an allergy shot, and then I'll finally get home sometime. So anyways, if I don't check back in tonight, I'm gonna try, this may be the last on this particular vlog. I'll probably show the socks I've been working on, and then that'll be the last of it, because it's already running into like nearly 40 minutes, and I don't want it to be any longer than that. So I'll upload this sometime soon. Today's Wednesday, November 8th. So I'll get this uploaded hopefully by this weekend.